In this video, we'll talk about Angular core concepts to the optimization strategies, which are used to improve the performance of the Angular applications. So, what is Angular? Angular is a UI framework for building SPAs or the single page client applications using HTML and TypeScript. The key attributes are it is a component based architecture which enables us to build encapsulated and reusable components. And these components they maintain their own logic, data, and views. And it also provides robust solutions that includes routing, state management, and so on. TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript, and it enables static typing and helps in developing a higher quality code and maintainability. Angular is built by Google, which implies that it is backed by a dedicated Google team, ensuring continuous updates and stability as well. This slide covers the core building blocks of the Angular applications. Modules are the organizational blocks of the Angular application, and it groups together the components, directives, and services into cohesive blocks of functionality. Components are the fundamental UI building blocks of the Angular applications. Component has three parts: a template, which is a HTML view, a class with the TypeScript or the logic, and a decorator, a component decorator, which defines the styling and the templates. A component controls a patch of the screen view with the class and a template. Services are where we place the logic for fetching the data, or say the API calls or state management. So it is used to manage the shared data and the business logic or the API calls. The components need not create these services, and Angular's dependency injection provides these services to the components via the components constructor. So it injects the services into the components using the DI, or the dependency injection, Angular's dependency injection, thereby helping with greater testability and modular code, and the concept of loose coupling, loosely coupled components. This slide outlines data binding and directives, which are used to uh, uh, communicate how the components and templates communicate with each other. So the data binding includes property binding, event binding, and two-way binding. It describes how the components and the templates communicate with each other. Property binding is uh, uh, used to communicate. The class communicates with the HTML view using the property binding. Using event binding, the template on the HTML view it communicates with the class. A two-way binding is using NG model. It's both ways. The communication is both ways, which is a combination of both the property binding and event binding. And directives are the instructions in the DOM. And the most common directives are the structural directives, and these help us to shape the layout by adding or removing the DOM elements. For example, the ngIf is a conditionally we can show a block, or if the boolean is false, it removes the DOM elements, for example. And ngFor can be used for repeating a block of each item in a list, say array, for example.